Bing. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Waves on the Shore, the zestiest podcast on the planet.
This. Hey, yo, okay. All right.
The spiciest, sauciest, whatever word you want to use. And in
Fertile.
today's episode, the fatiguiest, the most
What?
tired podcast in the world.
You would just say fatigued there. The correct. The
It had
correct
to match
word.
though, fatiguiest.
Fatiguiest.
We out here
It had to
being
mess.
fatiguiest.
Okay.
It's me and Jaren again, in case you
Yeah.
couldn't tell, or in case you weren't sure. It's back to status quo,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we are gonna talk about some music. We're gonna talk about some general things, discuss what's going on. We
Talk
have
about
one
things,
album.
stuff,
We're gonna talk about
items.
things and stuff.
concepts, ideas.
Yeah, theologies, probably not theologies, but
We're gonna get political, maybe a little bit
we're gonna push some
controversial.
buttons.
Actually, Joe Rogan's on the podcast today. Well, come on, Joe. Come on.
Yeah. What's this? Andrew Tate just DM'd me.
What is
Get me on the pod. It's nuts.
what is this intro? Anyway,
We're gonna talk about Taylor Swift. That's kind of the only notable release lately. Like, there's me and Jared were there. Like, what are we gonna talk about? It's kind of just Taylor Swift. But then we got what are we listening to? Who the frick? And a few other things we might discuss in between. We'll see. But Taylor Swift drop Midnights. Oh my gosh, am I really already forgetting words? Like, because there is a word when something a double entendre. The title itself is a brilliant double entendre, alluding to the quality of the record is very mid.
it's an unintentional. Do you think this is an intentional or unintentional? Unintentional. That's how to say that word, right? Yeah, we're both tired, so.
I mean, I've never seen anyone drop an album and say, "Man, y'all aren't ready for how mid this is gonna be."
Did she say that?
No, and I'm saying no one ever has or will.
Oh, okay. Well,
Imagine that.
Well,
She's
the
just
thing
like,
I would respect
yeah,
that.
It was hidden in the title, guys, because I knew this album was really boring.
Okay, right off the bat, talking about this album, my favorite song is "Anti-Hero." It is.
No. It's not.
It is mine, and I see that it has the most streams so far,
Jaren's
which surprised. Well, I didn't realize other people liked it, because all my other friends who are talking about this album, they're like, "Anti-Hero sucks."
I'm of that opinion.
Yeah, and so I'm just surprised to see. I think everybody secretly likes it, and I'm the only person that's saying it.
I don't secretly like it.
I don't even think it's that good. I just don't really like the rest of the album very much. Not that I hate the album. I think it's just mid.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? It's not bad. I'm not when I come on here and like when I'm about to like drop some trash, right? Even though I'm about to just like complain about this album for the entirety of this episode, it's not bad. It's just mid, and because of Taylor's capabilities, it's so underwhelming. It's so disappointing. Like, if Jimmy Allen dropped Midnights, I'd be on here like, right? But we're not talking about Jimmy Allen here. We're talking about Taylor Swift. And so
10 out of 10 album.
What?
It's like if Jimmy released this album, it'd be a 10 out of 10.
Well, no, it'd be mid, but it'd be like respected to Jimmy's.
Well, no, in the context of the Jimmy scale, you know.
It'd be a 10.
I guess. I mean.
But here it's just so mid, and
I like the album. I like the album cover.
Yeah,
a lot.
no, the album cover is actually really nice.
Yeah.
The UFC did a really funny post.
A bunch of people have been doing it. Like the Pacers did it.
Yeah,
Everybody's doing it.
I like it. Cool.
And they'll like put a stat line up, and like
the UFC
or something like that. Yeah. But really quickly, I want to keep talking about Anti-Hero a little bit.
Yeah, go on.
I realize that maybe it's not like the greatest, like the best song on here. If I'm maybe trying to be objective about it, I think the reason I like it is because it just felt different a little bit to me than the rest of them, and I also thought it was fun. Like it's just kind of like I feel like it's tongue in cheek and a little playful, and it's kind of I think it's a cool idea, maybe. I have fun with the song, and I think that's why I like it. I don't have fun with anything else.
I think for me, my favorite song on the album, honestly,
Except for the album art.
probably you're good. Is probably Lavender Haze, the very first song. I think
I enjoy that one. Yeah.
I think it's the grooviest. I think it's the catchiest. I think it makes the most sense musically. It's the least boring, in my opinion. When I heard that song, I was like, all right, that was pretty good. Where are we going to go from here? The answer's downhill.
Mm-hmm.
The answer's downhill, and it was not
The answer was
over.
down. We fell down the stairs.
We
broke
fell
some
down
legs.
a few stairs here. Oh man, I stayed up till midnight for this too. That's nuts.
I know. I dogged on Evan about it.
Like I
Not-
really was
not
up
that I
till, like,
knew that
1
this-
a.m. I DM'd Taylor. I was like, "Yo, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was heating up my spaghetti in the microwave because she was so strict on like be there midnight sharp." I was making spaghetti, Taylor. All right, so like
That is really late to be making food, though. At
Well, I was
midnight.
gonna be up
Like,
for
what do you
another
do?
hour.
I know, but like,
Bro, we had some.
you
good
didn't
spaghetti.
eat dinner.
I did, but then I was like, you know what? I could really use right now. More.
Another
spaghetti.
bowl, another bowl of spaghetti. Fair enough.
It is fair enough because spaghetti's fantastic when it's made. Because this ain't no like ragu sauce on noodle. We're talking
Homemade
we
sauce.
got the meats. We homemade sauce. We got the meats. We got the
Okay.
vegetables. We got the
Nice.
It's all on there. But the album was really mid. So I was kind of disappointed. Like, I think just in general, I am not a big. I am much more a fan of Taylor's like country folk stuff, and I know that's obviously a bias, but like when you're talking about what I like, I'm gonna like when Taylor Swift makes music in the genre I like. I've never been a big fan of this like 1989 pop sound, like synth, like big reverbed percussion, synthetic drums. I've never been a big fan of it, and I mean there's also like comparisons to Evermore, but I way preferred Folklore to Evermore anyways. It's kind of just like compare the
Which one was first?
why did I say Betty, bro? I'm tired. Folklore came first. I mean,
Okay.
Betty did come first, but it's like Midnight's has the dark scenery. It has the eeriness of Evermore paired with like the production style, the poppiness of 1989. But for me, it just makes for really stale instrumentals. It's just like a deep synth chord and like a really washed out snare hit while Taylor sings with some like not her best melodies, not her best.
Yeah, I will say
ever.
I think the melodies
best
were
structure.
where I was disappointed the
Yeah,
most.
it
I
did-
think.
nothing was catchy, which was shocking
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I was like, how's a Taylor Swift album not catchy?
Yeah. It was interesting. It was interesting.
And it's produced by Jack Antonoff too, which like that should be a massive green light. Like that got me hyped. I don't know if my like.
Shout out
Apple
to my
Music
boy
is-
NF. All I see is green lights. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know?
I know. This I don't know if my Apple Music was tweaking.
Bruh, Evan. Are you kidding me?
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
the song Green.
No. I know you know it. It was just your. Yeah, sure.
Well,
Just having none of it. Having
because I'm
none
trying
of
to get a
it.
point out. My Apple Music was tweaking, so for some reason, under the song title, it was showing the production credits, and it's Jack Antonoff all over this thing, and he has produced some fantastic records, like the Claro album. I'm pretty sure he's responsible for Phoebe Bridgers.
Wait, he
Poetry,
produced
really
what?
good. Claro's album Sling.
Oh, I thought you said Kaleo, and I was
No.
like,
No,
I was like,
Claro.
huh?
Very, very different things. So I was hyped when I saw that, but I was like, this doesn't feel very Jack Antonoff, and it doesn't feel very good. Like, how are we living in a world where a collaboration between Taylor Swift and Lana Del Rey is forgettable and borderline snooze?
Lana Del Rey is overrated.
I'm not even gonna say anything about.
I'm not like
what I think of Lana Del Rey's like.
I don't even hate her. I just think that some people
Oh, some people put her on a crazy
Yeah.
pedestal. I'm not one of those
Yeah.
people, right? I think her music's pretty good, but it's nothing I would necessarily write home about.
Yeah.
But
There was a girl in my DMs like 2 years ago, and we were talking about music, and she was like, "Oh my God, Lana Del Rey is like my favorite artist."
we're gonna talk about
And I-
DMs in a minute. So
And I was like, who? and then I and then I listened to her, and I was like,
it's all right.
I didn't say it, and I was like, it's all right. I didn't. Well, actually, maybe I did say that. And yeah, we didn't. That didn't go anywhere. That whole thing. Anyway, continue. I just thought that was a funny. That's my only like.
No.
My experience with Lana Del Rey is I listened to her and I was like, it's pretty okay.
That's a good. I'm gonna bridge off that in a minute once I finish this point. But yeah, I did think that a Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift collab would be really sweet, and we got Snow on the Beach, and it's just not really sweet. And,
I don't even remember it. I just know it's on the album.
Well, that's the craziest
Excuse
thing,
me.
right? You can't even remember it. I only remember parts of it. I only remember like Snow on the Beach, weird but freaking beautiful. Shut up.
You probably listened to this album more than I did. I listened to it once, maybe like. So my problem was I think I listened to it once all the way through, and this is the 3 a.m. version. And it's 20 songs, and
I feel that pain.
and I think I threw it on a second time because I was like I got to, like I just have to.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I just have to. And I think I did it, but I think I like only got like maybe halfway or maybe like 2/3 of the way again, and then I did it a second time and probably only got through like the first 6 songs. So like I like progressively listened to less and less. So
I have only listened to the song or this album 2 times all the way through. The first night it came out, and I heard it, and I was like, "Dang, that was disappointing." So then the next night I was like, all right, well, if it's gonna hit, it's gonna be at midnight, right? On a walk alone. So I'm like, I'm gonna go for a nice fall walk at like 12:15 p.m. all alone in the dark, walking around my neighborhood. It still wasn't hitting. I was like, you can put on just about anything at this time of night in this setting, and it's probably gonna hit. And somehow the Taylor Swift
hey, toss me the Jimmy Allen album.
What?
Is it toss me the Jimmy Allen album?
Toss me anything. I actually went back. What did I go? I went back to Folklore. I was like, heck, let me go to some Taylor Swift that I know is gonna hit like crazy right now. So I listened to it twice. I mean, I listened to the original 14, and then I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh, she said 7 more songs. Nah, but I'm gonna listen to them anyways. And I was like, wow, that didn't improve it. But DMs, right?
I feel like some people were saying that it made it better.
Here's the thing, right? Maybe the songs on there are better, but it doesn't just. I think the songs on the bonus songs are better than the original. That doesn't justify dragging the album out into 20 songs. It doesn't make the album better as a whole. I'm still not listening to Midnights all the way through.
I'm not saying it's better. I don't know.
The songs are a little better, but
I'm okay with Taylor doing her own thing. It's whatever.
I am too, because I mean.
Yeah.
Like, just no way Discord's popping up notifications now.
It's probably a poll. This is a live. Oh wait, hold up. What?
No, it's some random thing.
I just got added by Jaded, actually.
Huh.
Where did you get added by?
No, I didn't get added. I got some like Discord promotion. Shut up, right?
Oh, at the same time, I got a notification that you also got a notification. Well, would you look at that?
I'm so confused now.
You
I
just
don't
had
know
to
how
be.
to do Discord, man. I just talk with people. But I do have a funny story about DMs, which I want to talk about before we get too far from that. DMs and Taylor Swift albums, right? They're an interesting mix because the night Midnights came out, everyone's freaking out like, oh my gosh, Midnights, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, there's one girl I know who is a big Taylor Swift fan. I know a few, like, painful Swifties, like, I hate country music, but then you put on Taylor Swift and they're fine. I put on Tim McGraw, right? And this, one of my good friend, right? I'm not dissing her as a friend. I'm dissing her taste. Because when I put Tim McGraw on and you complain until Taylor Swift comes on for the chorus of Highway Don't Care. Like, when you're whining about the entire song, but then you hear Taylor Swift's voice and suddenly it's in your playlist, like, that is so childish. You belong under parental supervision at all times. Like, you don't deserve a driver's license. You don't deserve anything if you're going to be doing that. But anyways, night of, people are texting, and not the Highway Don't Care girl, but another girl who's a big Taylor Swift fan, snapped me. Which, first of all, Snapchat L platform, right? Just unless it's the group chat with the boys, L
Bro,
social
freaking
media.
Yeah, I actually 100%. I have gone very extended periods of time without Snapchat in my life, and it was better for it.
Yep.
I hate the Discover page so much.
Yeah.
Especially like 2 years ago when they changed it, and now it's just a bunch of tabloid magazine. Like
It's buns.
It's
It's
just
buns.
stupid. Yeah.
Anyways, this girl sends me a bunch of videos. I just see, like, in the chat, like, 7 purple squares. And I'm like, good golly, you're nuts if you think I'm going to listen through these. But, like, I know what it's about, and I'm interested to hear what you think of the Taylor Swift album. Why I was interested, I don't know, because I should have known she was just going to sit down and say it's the album of the year, blah, 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 it's a 10 out of 10. And that's exactly what she said. And I just responded. I was like, man, I thought it was I was underwhelmed. I thought it was just all right at best, right? And she responds, giving me a choice. She's like, I'm going to give you the option to take that back.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Taylor Swift actually responded to your DM?
No, this is a girl.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, Chief,
I'm like
you thought
half.
Taylor
I'm so
Swift was
tired.
snapping me.
I-
No, some girl snaps me. And
I'm
I
sorry. I
responded
got
saying,
the.
I thought the album was all right at best. To which she responded, I'm going to give you the option to take that back. And who do you think I am? Taking my word back. No, I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. So I just responded, like, no, because that's how I felt. Bro, gray arrow. Unadded. Blocked. I'm like...
Hey, yo. So...
It was
Bro,
the most fulfilling feeling. I was like, wow.
Wow.
You fully removed me
Yeah,
for not being obsessed with a Taylor Swift.
some people are
Nuts.
some people are interested, to say the least.
Bro, I laughed out loud so bad. I was like, no chance. No chance. She
No, that sounds like something.
unadded me
That sounds
for
like
a while,
something.
too. It was
That sounds like. Oh, she added you back.
like yesterday. Like, she did go
Oh.
like an entire
You should
week
unadd
with
her.
me removed. I have not added back.
Oh, okay.
I am sending it back her way. I have not added back.
Okay.
Maybe I'll change
What was
my,
I-
like,
I was starting to say
Bitmoji look
something.
like John Mayer.
I don't remember what I was starting to say. I was starting to say
I
something.
forget.
Oh, well, the Discord is currently going off right now, and they are, because I've been like, partially why I was half distracted is because I've been messaging them and half listening to you at the same time, and they're like currently they were speculating what the next episode was gonna be about, and
It can't be that hard, bro. What is coming out?
well, I think it was Nathan jokingly said the next episode probably gonna be Jaren and Evan reading messages in overcord, and that's literally what I just did.
How are you letting him predict that?
Well,
let him prophesize.
Oh, well. My bad, Nathan. He doesn't even listen. Well, he does listen sometimes, actually. That's not true. But then Cyrus says that we're going to watch Goldfinger, which is an older Bond movie, but that's not happening. We're going to watch better movies. Not that one's, like, bad or anything, but whatever. We're going to watch a movie that I want us to watch, because I have the power.
Well, but yeah, Taylor Swift.
I want
Nights,
to...
man. Did you have anything else to add?
5 out of 10.
Honestly,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna do the old Fantano. Me, you, Fantano, and Cyrus can all agree. 5, light 5. Give her a
Did
light
Fantano
5.
review it?
Your existence is a light 1.
Drake's dropping an album.
Is he?
Drake's
Is
dropping
he
a
actually?
collab album with 21 Savage. That might be good.
I thought you were about to say 21 Pilots.
That
Imagine.
I have hope
Imagine.
for a Drake and 21 Savage album.
20.
I'm just thinking of those. Shut up. I'm thinking of
Sorry.
Savage Mode 2. I'm thinking of Mr. Right Now. I'm thinking of Rich People Stuff. For obvious racial reasons, I cannot say the entirety of that song name. But, good song. If you just look up Savage Mode
Who was in Paris, Evan?
Hmm?
Who was in Paris? Tell me who was in Paris.
Heckin' me.
Who was in Paris, Evan? Anyway, I'll make this quick. But I want to talk about it for one reason that I'm not sure. The Bo Armstrong thing.
Yeah, no, this is sick.
Yeah. But I guess I'll explain. If for some reason you don't know already, it's in my newest video,
If you're an
and I also
viewer and you don't watch Jaren's videos, then he'll give
or follow me on Instagram. Well, maybe some of you probably come from not Waves on the Shore. I can't even. Some of you probably come from Evan's channel, so maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't follow me. That's highly likely, actually. So,
But you should.
But you should. But Bo Armstrong, one of my favorite, has over the past year has become one of my favorite artists, and I mentioned him in one of my videos about a month ago, so like 4 or 5 weeks ago ish, and he messaged me. I tagged him when I was promoting the video on Instagram, and he responds. He eventually watched it and was like, "Hey man, that's cool. Thanks. I really appreciate you showing love to Mama Sway." He said a bunch of other stuff, and he goes, "I'm gonna send you my album Chasing Ballads on vinyl."
Great
and I was
album,
like,
by the way.
and I was like, dope. This is very cool. And when I got this message, I was actually at work, starting my job at Red Lobster, which I don't currently have anymore. God bless. Anyway, and I'm like reading this like while I'm in the bathroom hiding from working, and I wasn't really doing that. It was the end of my shift, so it's whatever. And it's like that like made my day because I was like not expecting that at all. It like made a sucky shift like that much better. And then give it a few more weeks. But I was like, hey, don't worry, I didn't forget. I'm sending it to you. And then it finally came in the mail like 3 or 4 days ago, I think, something like that. But he did not only send me Chasing Ballads on vinyl. I love this album art, bro.
It's such a good cover.
Yeah. He not only did he do that, he also sent me his EP, first EP. And he wrote a personal note that's been dated and signed front and back. He wrote a big thing for me, just kind of some personal stuff, some encouragement there, saying like, hey, you keep doing you, that kind of thing. Some other things there. He sent me a Chasing Ballads hat. And for you listeners, I'm currently showing the people who are watching what is here. And then this is maybe not my favorite. Well, no, it is my favorite thing. For a reason I'll get into. This is the shirt that he sent me, right? Oh, jeez. There's my freaking dog. Pippin got his hair on this shirt. Are you freaking kidding me? This shirt is the most valuable thing he sent me. Like, actually. Because he told me, after I got this, he messages me, after I posted it on Instagram when I got this stuff. He DMs me and goes, hey, by the way, that shirt was designed by Colton Venner. And there were only about 10 of them made. And I was like,
sick.
and I was like, what?
I didn't even know that. That's nuts.
Yeah. And I was like, you sent me that? That's just pretty, I was like, that was super humbling. I was like, really? Like, I don't know. I still can't really believe it. So at some point, I want to get that shirt framed. I'm not wearing it. That's not happening. I'm never going to wear that shirt. It's kind of like the Zach Bryan shirt that I have from Quiet Heavy Dreams. I've worn it a couple times, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm just not going to wear it. I'm just going to frame it, eventually do something with it.
You know what I have to frame? You want to know a shirt I have to frame?
What?
This is a great transition. I went to a concert last week. Actually, a week ago today. A week ago today it was starting. And it was a great, right? Me and my friends, we went to see Giveon, who's an R&B singer. I love Giveon. And it was a fantastic show, right? He sounded incredible. Band was a great show. However, I bought a shirt. And in the heat of the moment, I decided to get a small. Why I decided to get a small, I don't know. She held it up, and I was like, looks about right, even though all of the things I own are a medium. So then I tried the shirt on. After, I just held the shirt for the show.
Yeah.
And then after I tried it on, I was like, oh, shoot, this is too small. So I waited in line for like 40 minutes just for some cranky old lady to tell me I can't exchange it. What do you mean? The box is right there. There's all these shirts right there. My shirt is right here. If you want to check the condition of it, it's been worn for about 5 seconds because I threw it on and went, oh no, that's too small. And she's like, nope, we can't do exchanges. I'll exchange your teeth with my knuckles, lady.
Hey,
now,
yo. Evan,
so now,
Evan about to go Draymond
shirt,
Green on this old lady.
And it's so nice. It's so nice. It's a nice tan.
Oh, wow, that is nice.
Design. It's got the tour design. And I can't wear it. It's too small.
That is actually tough. Sucks.
Screw old ladies working merch stands at concerts.
You can quote. Somebody clip that. Clip that. Somebody clip that. Clip Evan saying that. Somebody clip him. Somebody
screw old ladies at merch stands.
Just the screw old ladies part. Just the.
I hate old people, man.
Clip that. Clip that.
But I was kind of bitter about that. That kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth leaving the concert. Because I was like, man, that was a great show, but like, what do you mean you can't?
That is a little whack that you can't exchange it. That's some like really
that was
dumb
a $40 shirt that I can't wear.
I can also kind of relate to that because semi-recent, like within the past year, I was an idiot and bought a couple new shirts, and I bought them all in small, and I was like, why did I do this?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, why did I get a small? Everything I own is a medium.
I used to wear smalls when I was in like middle school and early high school, you know. But now I have a bit more of a dad bod, and it's like I need that medium, you know? Like I gotta have that medium. And now I really like those shirts, but I can't really wear them.
It's so annoying. I think the
so
only way I'm going to get away with my Giveon shirt, because where it really shows is like the sleeves. The sleeves are too short and too tight around the armpits. So it's also just uncomfortable in that way. I think I can... Now the issue, right, is...
Turn it into a tank top.
That's what I want to do. The issue, though, is if I get any bigger, if Overshore goes to the gym, it ain't going to fit. It ain't gonna fit if I put on. No,
it's got just
any more muscle.
Just you don't want it to be absolutely tight, you know, just on your like washboard abs.
If I'm still a noodle in the summer, I will use it as a tank top. If I am any bigger at all, it will hang on my wall as a souvenir. But
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. I want to hang. I have so many things that I want to hang up. I just don't have space. So until I like move out. Like, I have a Space Jam poster that I can't hang up. I have a Mission Impossible poster.
I've actually hung a lot of stuff lately. I've got, as you can see, all 3 posters now. We got swimming, of course.
It's actually really funny that you say, as you can see, while it's, like, even the viewers, it's literally
very grainy.
It's dark.
You got Swimming by Mac Miller. You got Midland, which is the one you guys normally see, and you got Blonde behind it. Not that you can see in the dark, but I've got an electric guitar hung there. I have an acoustic hung there. There's another acoustic that hangs beside it, but it's upstairs right now. I covered an entire wall in black and white posters because I hated the red wall. My room's kind of nice now. I got rid of the desk here. It's just a shelf for vinyls and stuff. I'm liking it, man.
Well, so you've been in my room before.
There really is not a lot of space to hang anything. Your walls are pretty
not really anymore. Yeah. But how does how much comparing how much stuff is on my walls to your walls? How much is there a difference?
Oh, by far you have more because I think yours is more individual things.
Sure.
I kept mine pretty minimal, right? Like, sure, I have an entire wall of posters, but they're all black and white, and they overlap themselves in a way that makes it look like a black and white collage almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
then I mean I've got my guitars and my posters, but other than that, it's pretty minimal generally. Whereas you've really filled the space in your room.
Yeah, mine's a bit eclectic, and the thing is, there is free space to hang things.
You just have to move stuff, or
But there's writing on my walls, and I don't want to cover up all the writing because I kind of like some of it.
yeah.
And yeah, but I also don't have. I have a kind of small room. I'm not sure how big your room is compared
My
to
room
mine.
is
Is it?
very big. I
Okay,
used to have
yeah.
a small bedroom,
Yeah.
which about your size, but then when my brother started university, he wanted
moved down here, yeah.
It was online for the first year, and so he wanted a little bit of separation, so he moved to the basement. And then when he moved out, my dad was like, "Yo, do you want the basement room?" I was like, "Yes." This isn't actually a bedroom. This used to be our workout room. So it's like rubber mat floors, like hard floors. It's not roomy at all, but it is like
Honestly, I would love it.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 times the size of my old room because it was not meant to be a bedroom at all. It's huge. I love it. It's so nice. But I know exactly how it feels to have a room like that because I used to have a small room.
But when we move in together, Evan.
When we become multi-billionaires and buy a friggin'
Yeah,
mansion,
that's right.
we'll have like
That's
80
right.
rooms to ourselves.
We'll become the kings of Nashville. I don't know. I was trying to decide where we'll move to Nashville.
We'll buy Nashville.
Yeah, we'll buy Nashville.
We're gonna
actually.
shut down Broadway, and it's just gonna be like our scooter racing track.
With a series of extremely successful pyramid schemes. We'll make a ton of money and ruin a bunch of people's lives, and then in true like garbage CEO Nashville manner, and then we'll buy everything, and we'll make money. And probably get addicted to drugs along the way, and maybe have like a failed marriage, and then maybe like get depressed and like overdose or something. That was a joke.
Sounds like a good life, though. I kind of want that.
All right, what's next? What are we?
I mean,
we talked about Bo. We talked about your. Who the frick? Right? No. What are we listening to?
bro, skipping
Yeah.
ahead like that is nuts.
It's getting a little late.
Haven't even had a
Getting
long
tired.
day compared to me. That's a lie. But tomorrow
Bro, I've
is
been-
going to be a long.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Wow.
I work with bratty 4th graders.
I have to work with bratty 40-year-olds. That's what I do.
You work with a lot of 40-year-old women that are spending their. Never mind, actually,
Well,
I'm
I
not
work
gonna,
at a
that's
home
gonna.
sense, right?
I'm not gonna say that.
I work at a home sense. And everyone knows the demographic of home sense people.
Mhm.
I was on.
Wait, hold. A home sense? What are you saying?
Oh shoot! It's called different in the States. Home goods. You guys have.
I thought you worked at a Marshalls.
It's a both. It's a both.
It's a Home Goods and a Marshalls.
Yeah, it's a combination store. That's where I work.
Gotcha.
And like the things people ask, I'm on cashier today. Some lady comes up to buy things, and when she's about to pay,
The nerve.
well, no,
Coming up to
but
buy
listen to
things.
this.
I know.
She asks if she can use a Walmart gift card. Is this a Walmart?
How?
What about this place looks like Walmart? Why do you think a card specifically
How-
given to you for Walmart would work
How-
here?
How old was she?
Like 45.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if she's like pushing, if she looks like she's pushing 70, maybe cut her a little bit of slack. But
I
like,
ain't cutting
if-
no slack.
if the Karen is 40, yeah, no.
I was just like,
She's got to save money, Evan. She just needs to know.
she's still spending the same amount of money. She just can't use a Walmart credit, like Walmart store credit at our store. Melons, bro. The amount of melons that come to us. But
Jeez. I don't know if I'd ever run. Like, if I didn't know, guys, look out, because if you didn't know Evan, if you weren't friends with him in real life, and if you go to a Marshalls somewhere in Ontario, just be on the watch, be on the lookout, because Evan might like just assault you. He might just like demean you verbally.
You know what? Actually,
because you're a melon.
One of my supervisors was having a long day, and she was just like, we should implement a policy where you are like given a monthly allowance where you can attack one customer a month. She's like,
Hey,
my
yo.
supervisor's just like, I need to attack one customer a month. I was just like, all right.
I'm working at Kamak. I could maybe, because like sometimes I get it. Sometimes people are just like, people are people, and sometimes they are just like, they don't even realize it sometimes, but you're either being mean or stupid, or you're just making everybody else's life either more uncomfortable, harder, miserable, any of those things, all of the above sometimes. Like one time somebody came into Kamak and we had reserved a table for a party. It's like the biggest table in the restaurant, right? And a big party comes in and they sit there. And then we realize, wait a second, that party is not the party that reserved that table. So we're like, hey, can you move to this other table? Because this specific table is reserved for a party that actually reserved the table. And they proceed to like lose their crap.
Bro, see,
because
that's
they have
why
to...
I couldn't, like, the money you would make at Kamak's a restaurant, obviously. The money you would make, like, being a waiter or something in tip money would be nice. But, like, how many screws are missing in your head that you're going to pull up, sit at a table, and then when you're told the table has been reserved, you don't...
It's also, well, there's a sign on it, so, like, they know, they saw that. Like, it's there. Like, you saw it. I know you did.
How many times were you dropped square on your head in your early days?
That whole thing, and it ended with one of the ladies, like we didn't kick them out or anything.
What demographic
but it ended in like...
What are we dealing with here?
They were from, I actually think that they told us where they were from. They're from like, I think they were like traveling.
No, but I mean like age, gender, like what are we...
Oh, well, I think it was like kind of like a whole family like on a trip. And so there was like a group of like 10 people, maybe ish. And so there was like a mom. She was probably like in her mid 30s to mid 40s, somewhere in there. And there was like a dad and some other people. This was also 3 years ago, so it's not like super clear. I also tried to forget it, but like... but like it ended with her, like this lady, like full on... She like started yelling at my manager. My manager
what
didn't
was her point?
start.
What
yeah,
was her,
exactly.
What
I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but she was like,
what was her argument?
She was like, I think she was like, this place is horrible. I can't believe this is horrible service. Like, just
it's a reserved table. You are horrible. You
are
and
the thing
issue.
Is, we didn't even kick them out. Is the thing. They started to leave.
I would have. I wouldn't have wanted their business. I was just like, get out.
So she starts yelling at my manager, right? And then, like 20 seconds later, her husband comes back in. And I know the only reason he came back in is because, like, his wife was like... And so he's like, oh, I must defend my wife's honor. And, like, he goes back in and starts...
If my wife's pulling that, I'm leaving. Come on, kids, we're going somewhere else.
Filing for divorce. Filing for divorce. Put in the papers.
This ain't the woman I married, kids. We're going.
You're But anyway, if I remember correctly, the husband like came back in and started to try to do something, and my manager was like, no, just get the hell out. Like, just stop. Just leave. This is over. It was one of the more bizarre, like, that was the worst experience I've ever had working there. And that was like a one-time thing. For the most part, I had pleasant experiences, like, in the food, like, service kind of industry. I've never worked fast food, so I don't know really what that's like, but I can imagine that it might be consistently worse. Because Kamak is like a nice, like 50s, 60s themed diner, and like a lot of nice old people go there to eat food that's like a burger that's like $8. It's a really good burger, you know, but it's an $8 burger. Like, you're paying money for it, you know. It's money.
Cheap and
it's not.
$8
how much is it
for a burger? That's like $10. That's pretty good.
Really?
Oh wait. Oh, I guess fast food. No, it's not.
Well, it's not fast food.
If you go to a restaurant and order like a burger and it comes like a side of fries and a drink at like a restaurant, then you're talking like $15, $16.
Yeah, I think it depends. Kamak isn't horrible. It's kind of in between like fast food and as far as pricing goes. But anyway, that was an interesting. I don't really remember how we got on this topic, but that's a story from me working at Kamak. That was really bizarre. It was like this weird, like, they were like, I don't know if they were just tired. Maybe they'd had like a long trip, but it's like, why are you? What is this? Like, it was like it was like a fever dream. Like when they left, we were all just like, what the hell was that? Like, why did that even happen? And then one time, actually, I'm telling stories now. Yeah, one time, some kids behind Kamak, I was like, because we had outdoor seating, and I was like, I think I was like making sure stuff was orderly out there, changing napkins, stuff like that, just kind of general stuff. And I remember I was outside, and there's like a grain silo thing in a barn out back, and some kids were like throwing rocks, and they straight up broke a window. And so I had to tell my manager, because the guy that owns Kamak, I think, also owns that land behind Kamak, and so technically it's like Kamak property. And so my manager had to go out there and be like, yeah, your kids just committed a felony, they'll have to pay for that. To like these parents. And that was low-key kind of funny. Like, I feel bad for the parents, but those kids like out there, why are you throwing rocks at windows? It's like, whatever. Anyway, let's do what are we listening to?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Oh boy, that's a question that you just asked me. I'm gonna let you go first, mostly because I'm not 100% sure what I'm bringing right now, if I'm being honest.
Well, I do know. It is a new album. I kind of am battling between two, so I guess I don't know. I said I do know, but I don't know. You know what? Let's go this one. So, Adam Melcher is somebody that I found earlier this year through his Melcher Lullaby Hotline, which I think I brought to What Are We Listening To back in the spring. And anyways, he dropped his new album called Here Goes Nothing. And I can't lie.
That's a good song by Muscadine Bloodline. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. Here Goes Nothing. Okay, yeah. I can't lie. I think the album is definitely a little spotty. Like, the listening experience overall is definitely strange.
Continue. Sorry.
I do really like the ambitiousness, the amount of stuff he tried. He really plays with some interesting structures, some interesting melodies, some weird, like, arrangements. So it's interesting, but it's quite a unique listen. I think if you want to listen to something that's just different, I'd encourage this Adam Melcher album. Because it's definitely one that I pick favorites from. It's not one that I necessarily listen all the way through. I think I'm Afraid I Love You is the opener, and it's this like bluesier, jazzier, more what I would expect from Adam Melcher, but then it throws in all these different more not atmospheric elements, but almost some electronic stuff that just, I was like, okay, this is not what I was expecting coming from a guy whose other album was just simple guitar tunes, but it's kind of cool.
You've brought Adam Melcher before, right?
Yeah, in the spring.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I vibe with him. He's cool.
Yeah, I mean, this new album's cool. It's just different. I still prefer Melcher Hotline. I think that's like actually a ridiculously good album. But then I'd say I'm Ready. The second song is really good. Cry, the fourth song, is maybe conceptually, like maybe from a lyrical perspective, maybe the best one. And it is very catchy. It's another one of those where I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is interesting. Like, I'm not totally in love with it, but I also really appreciate what he's doing here. And then the other thing, just for fun to throw it in, that I was thinking about bringing is actually the new 1975 album. Do you know who the 1975 is?
I've heard of them. Aren't they the people that made the song that you threw on to be happy while you watched No Time to Die?
Yes,
Freaking
it's Not Living If It's Not With You.
Beta behavior. Behavior.
No, it's just a W mindset. It's just a plan.
It's a grind set, Jimbo.
Everybody's hustle looks a little bit different, Jared.
Everybody's hustle looks a little bit different. You can't use my own quotes on me.
Watch me. The 1975, I've always loved their songs, but their albums, they're almost like a Rex Orange County in that way to me, where like they've always had songs I love, whether that I couldn't be more in love. I always want to die sometimes.
Loving is Easy by Rex Orange County is a freaking bop.
Is a great song. But I've never been a big fan of a 1975 album until this new one, Being Funny in a Foreign Language. There's also a fantastic interview with the lead singer, Matt Healy, done by Zane Lowe, who, if you ever want good interviews, man, Zane Lowe is your way to go. Oh, that rhymes. That was nuts. But anyways.
Zane Lowe is the way to go.
New 1975 album, very good. Great balance of like catchy, fun, creative, innovative, alt pop music. And then, but there's also some nice slow ones. My favorites would be Oh Caroline, absolute freaking jam. And then probably All I Need to Hear. But yeah, I brought 2 albums, but those are the 2 things that I would suggest. There hasn't really been much in country music lately. It's been like these at least in like the last 2 weeks. But yeah, those are the 2 albums I'm bringing.
Okay.
Match
so hey yo, match that. What you got, huh?
What you bringing?
I actually think I've got a competitor. I'm going to do this while I take my sweatshirt off because I'm a freaking Chad. And I'm going to temporarily not going to be able to hear Evan. So if any bad takes come out of his mouth, I'm not going to be able to hear them. Josiah and the Bonnevilles. He makes bangers. My hair. Give me a second. I discovered them. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened first. And I'll get into his kind of vibe in a second. But I found him like maybe like 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, and I don't know if I found him on Instagram before I saw that Grady reposted his thing on his story, or if I found it from Grady on his story. It could have been either or. But I am leaning towards, I think Grady posted about it, and I was like, I like how that sounds. And then I was like, oh, I like that too, and I like that too, and then I just listened to like all of his stuff. He makes really good like folky, almost, and sometimes indie rock-esque acoustic music. Some of his songs are covers, but some of them are originals. And his voice is so unique, and I love it. Like it kind of reminds me of like other people's voices that kind of almost sound like they're, what's a good word for it? Like maybe, how would you describe like Tyler Childers' voice?
Ooh,
I don't want to compare it to.
I'd say like brisk.
I'm just trying to.
Yelpy,
I can't think of. I think Yelpy. It can be a little Yelpy maybe sometimes, but not in the same way that Tyler Childers is. If that makes sense, you'd have to hear it. Maybe that's not the best way to describe it, but it's really unique, but in a really good way. Like it's not like sometimes like when you first hear Morgan Wade's voice, it's almost like jarring. Like it's like, whoa, this is like really, but I don't think his voice is like jarring like that. His music though, he has a song coming out actually I think tonight, or no, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow at midnight he has a song called Holy Place coming out, and he's been kind of teasing it a lot on Instagram, and I'm really excited to hear that because what he's doing is really awesome. I think my favorite 2 songs are probably his most popular ones, Stolen Love and Ghost. I think Ghost has a really cool hook. It's really catchy. They're both really good though. Stolen Love has really good energy to it. I was actually listening to it earlier today while I was cooking dinner for my mom, and she was like, this song kind of sounds a little bit like Fleetwood Mac a little bit. And I was like, just in some of the instrumentation, with the guitar and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, that's not a horrible comparison.
Wow,
I would
Mom,
not say this is like
not buns. My mother made a good point. Darren is shocked.
Well, at first I was kind. That's. Well, my mom, we've talked about this before. My mom normally just listens to like K-Love, like,
Yeah.
and, like, you know how moms be.
I do know how
Typically.
moms be. I work at a home sense.
Yeah. Why they're not playing enough Toby Mac in this Marshalls? Where's the? I'm not okay. I'm done with that bit. I'll stop. Anyway, but I really like this guy, and he's very. No, my favorite thing about him is, which is kind of a running theme with a lot of my favorite artists, is he's pretty personal online. Like he's not like he's very like he talks about how he used to work. He would work a bartending job while he also worked at like an Amazon warehouse, and he wrote a lot of songs while he was doing those jobs. And now that his stuff has kind of been catching on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff, he's kind of able to start doing this full time. And he's been like, I think like close to like just under like 5 months ago, he was able to like quit his job and start doing this like full time.
That's good.
And like it's really cool. And I think he's one of the like currently. I feel like he's one of the first independent small artists that I've found like within the past year that kind of reminds me like I feel like there's I'm not trying to like
something there.
hype him, like I feel like he like has a lot of potential, and I'm not trying to be like he's the next Zach Bryan or anything like that.
It is
because Zach Bryan's unique. Everybody's different. Nothing's gonna happen the same way twice, but I do think that he has the potential to like really explode.
It is nuts seeing the growth of Zach Bryan over the years, because like,
yeah,
he is one of those unique. He's one of those instances that I can genuinely say like I was there, like pre Deanne, like before Deanne dropped, and then when Deanne dropped, it was like, yo, like he finally put out his stuff on streaming services. So to see. Yeah. He's one of those cool stories I can say I followed on the way up, but it's just like to see the sheer size. Even I still struggle to realize, but like, all these like different pages I follow, because I mean you got like Country Central, but then there's other pages I follow for like other genres, and they're posting like so and so cracked the top 50 most streamed artists of the year, and I swipe over. And sure enough, there's all the rappers. Drake's like number one or whatever. Zach Bryan's like number 38 or something. And it's like Something in the Orange is number 4 on the Spotify charts right now. Like, it is nuts just how absolutely gargantuan he has gotten. It's so cool to see.
It is really cool, but at the same time, he's starting to get to the place where like, well, we've already talked about this. Yeah, before,
I actually haven't listened to Zach Bryan in a good minute. Like,
he's getting those fans that like Taylor Swift has those fans. Harry Styles has those fans. Lana Del Rey has those fans.
His fan base is getting crazy though.
Yeah, some people are just like, I think he appreciates a lot. He definitely appreciates his fans. That's clear. He makes that very clear in a lot of the things that he says. But I also, at least me, is like, if I were an artist, I feel like it gets to a point where like fandom, there is a degree of too much.
Yeah.
Like, like it's the kind of vibe like if somebody is showing up to like my house, or like actually a cool example is Paolo Banchero, which is like this is basketball, not music.
I was gonna say
he played for Duke. He was like their star basketball player when he was there, and like people slowly figured out where he lived when he was on campus. And like people would start like they would like show up on like a Sunday morning at like 10 a.m. knock on his door. He'd open the door, and like some girl would like bring their family. It's like, man, that's where he lives. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so when you get to like that level of like intrusiveness, and I'm not saying people are doing that, but I'm just saying people can get crazy, and I'm worried that that's gonna happen. And I feel like it kind of does happen. Some people are the crazy.
Kind of person that's going to ask to use a Walmart card at a home sense.
Yeah. But no, it is really cool to see where Zach has gotten. I didn't really hop onto that. I think I'd heard about him a little bit, but it was that first Grady video that he did on Zach. And he interviewed Zach. And I listened to Deanne, and I was like, this is all right. Like, I kind of enjoyed some of the songs. I've never been like Zach has always had songs that I thought were just okay, and some that I've really liked. And that's for all albums. I think, and I find, like, I don't even know if we've really talked about Elizabeth before, but I do think Elizabeth is kind of a bizarre album.
Very.
And it's kind of this, and especially now, you know, just with, you know, his relationship and all of that. I don't really like talking about it because, like, I don't know. I just don't. It's the same with, like, divorce stuff.
He took it down for a reason.
Yeah, well, it's still, the album's still up, but there's like 2 songs on it that got removed. And I remember when it came out, there's songs that I really like. I think "Don't Give Up on Me" is on that album.
Yeah.
Or is that on the first one?
Oh wait, shoot. I think that's first album.
That is on the first one. Yeah. There's a song on there that I like. "Revival's" on there. That one's good. Snow's on the first one.
I love Snow.
I can't remember. It all bleeds together because all his music sounds the same. Okay, I can't differentiate the albums from each other. But there's one on there that I really like, and I can't remember. Actually, it's gonna kill me. I have to look it up. But I don't know. It is really interesting to see how he's grown. Because there was a while there when I was like really into what he was doing, and I'm still interested into what he's doing, but I've fallen out of the honeymoon.
Too much of anything's not good.
Yeah. And I'm doing myself the favor because I don't want to hate Zach Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing myself a favor and kind of being like, okay, step back, don't overdose on this. It's Leaving, his song Leaving off of Elizabeth. Leaving is definitely probably my favorite one off of that album, and Revival's really good. And there's other ones on there, but I really like Leaving. Anyway, somehow we got onto Zach, but let's
get on to Who the Frick.
Let's do Who the Frick. I'm semi-prepared for this, so we're kind of winging it, kind of not. I have the first artist fully prepped. The other 2 I didn't quite finish, but I got the Wikipedia things pulled up, so we got this. Evan, I'm not... Well, let me pull up a timer real quick. I can do that real quick. I'm interested to see... we say this every time, but I'm interested to see how you do on this one. It's always cool with different artists, seeing how quick, if something clicks, if there's something we know, you know.
We know.
Or you don't. All right.
If you're new, Who the Frick? Jaren's going to give you 3
yeah.
clues.
I guess we should explain.
Yeah, in case you're new, Jaren's going to give me 3 clues, and I have to try and guess which artist he is talking about. Play along wherever you are, whether you're in a car, earbuds in. Try and figure out who it is. You're probably, if you know it, you're going to be screaming at me because I'm going to be sitting there having a brain fart, as I always do when I'm put on the spot with a timer. But we're going to see how we do. So let's get into the first of the 3 artists.
All right, I'm going to give you... we'll just do a minute for now. It's fine. Yeah. We almost always go over the time anyway.
Yeah.
This artist recently had... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, that is the first clue. I thought I was giving you the answer. My bad. I had to... it's getting that time. It's 10:30. I've been up since 7:15. I'm tired. This artist recently had their first son. Is the first clue.
Did Chris Lane have a son or a daughter? But Chris Lane was like last episode, so I don't think that's gonna be it.
Did we do Chris Lane last episode?
Maybe
Did Jada do that?
Maybe I guessed Chris Lane.
Oh, I think I did recently do Chris. I think I did Chris Lane at some point.
I think you did, so I don't know if you're doing him. I don't think you do him again.
Who
recently had a son?
I think me talking answered your question as to if it was Chris Lane or not.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I remember Chris Lane coming out. Wait,
hey, stop. Pause.
When did Luke Combs have a kid?
The timer just went off. So.
Luke Combs.
Yes.
I forget the gender and I forget
False.
how long ago that was. When did Luke Combs have a kid though? Is that...
I don't know. It was within the past year, I think.
Yeah, I forget exactly when.
So that was a solid guess, but no dice. Clue 2. This artist has released 5 studio albums, the second album being a Christmas album?
Second album is a Christmas album. Thomas Rhett didn't have no kids. But instantly I went, well, he has lots of kids, but not recently. Second album is a Christmas album. That's quite early.
That's what I was thinking. Like, damn.
And I'm also thinking like Plant. I'm also thinking like mainstream, like big support for. But I don't know. I don't know who's had kids. Who's done Christmas albums like that?
I forgot to press start on the timer. So let's say like 15 seconds.
5 albums. That's pretty good.
5 including a Christmas album. So maybe 4, if you could think about it like that.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Who's done a Christmas album?
All right. I'm going to call time.
All right. We're going to say... I guess this could be a... Why am I... Or wait, do we know gender? Why am I specifically thinking...
I have not said the gender.
So why am I so dude-oriented? But I don't know any girls who's had...
Hey, yo? Hey, yo? Evan is dude-oriented? Hey, yo?
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Literally. That's nuts. Because boys have nuts.
We need a reset.
Dudes have balls.
We are going to say... Bro, I don't know.
Guess. I need one.
The Beatles, bro. I don't know.
I'm kind of surprised. Okay. We'll do the third one. Third hint. This artist's first album is titled Clear as Day.
First album is titled Clear as Day?
Yeah, the only reason I didn't use this is because I'm banking on you not knowing the title of the first album.
I did not. Clear as Day is not ringing a bell.
I didn't know it, so
then
I would have probably gotten their second normal album, because technically their second album was their Christmas album, so I guess their third album. If you had told me the title, I think I probably would have been able to guess it.
Clear as Day.
So they recently had their first child, who was a son. They had their second album they have 5 albums. The second one is a Christmas album. And their first album.
Musgraves didn't have no kid, but she's got like 5
She does
albums.
not have child.
She meets the like albums in the Christmas album, but she doesn't have no kid. But I think her Christmas album's later, anyways. Oh my gosh!
You got 10 seconds.
This is gonna be a disaster. Because I don't know who's recently had a kid.
It was very recent, like extremely recent.
Oh, then I really don't know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say
timer just went off. Like by recent, I mean I'm pretty sure within the past 48 hours.
Oh my gosh! Okay, we're gonna go Chris Jansen.
Not Chris. Well, he has like 5 kids.
I don't know, man. Who?
All right, you ready for this? Scotty McCreery. Gabby, or he always says her name weird. I don't think it's Gabby. It's like Gabby or something like that. She was pregnant and gave birth like 10 days early, I think.
Scotty McCreery has 5 albums.
Yep.
What?
Because he just came out with his 5th one, and Seasons Change came out in 2018.
Oh my gosh.
And See You Tonight was his See You Tonight feels like it's his first album, but it's actually his third one.
That's the thing. I've always thought of See You Tonight as his debut. Seasons
but
Change
it's not.
as his big sophomore with some big hits. But Seasons Change is... oh my god. I never would have...
Seasons Change is the 4th one.
I never would have got that. Ever.
Yeah, maybe I should have made that the last artist. Anyway, for the rest of these, I didn't have like the clues fully organized, so these might be a little bit more rough. But Evan is so far taking a fat L. Eat it. Let's do eat the L. Eat it. Let's do this. Okay. This person was born and raised in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. where they began taking lessons in piano and singing, and developed an interest in songwriting.
Born and raised in Saskatchewan.
Weyburn, Saskatchewan.
That ain't Coulter Wall, because you've done Coulter.
That's true. I did Coulter last.
And Coulter is not Weyburn. He is he Saskatoon? Is he the capital? I forget.
I don't know, but get off the Coulter thing.
I know, I am. I'm thinking you, and I'm thinking Tennille Towns is from out west, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tennille Towns first place.
It is not Tennille Towns. Okay. It is not that. I mean, that's a very solid guess. That's totally understandable.
Where is Tennille? I'm just curious now.
I don't know, but I don't want you to look that up, because if you know that, then.
Well, okay. Well, then I'll look it up after.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
it's fine.
No, Grand Prairie, Alberta.
I know. I didn't have a problem with you looking it up now because of.
So she is from.
Whatever. That's fine.
She is from the West. I was right about that.
Okay. I didn't know.
All
that. Right. Second clue. By 2009, this artist began posting videos of them performing cover versions of popular songs like Taylor Swift's 15. That that managed to capture attention from talent managers from Nashville, Tennessee.
So we're talking a little bit older.
Yeah. Not super young, but not too old either. Here, wait. I'll also have this be part of the second clue. In 2015, they relocated to Nashville to sign a publishing contract with Noble Vision Music Group.
Okay.
And released "Breathe," a charity single in support of cystic fibrosis research.
That is
a little fun fact.
That is so corporate. Oh my god.
Oh, it is. It really is, actually. This person is so corporate that you might not think of them, because I rarely do. For one reason in particular.
So now I'm pretty sure it's a girl. Only thinking like covering Taylor Swift's 15. I'm not saying dudes can't.
Understandable.
I'm just saying that leads me in the female direction.
Boys can't be singing those Taylor Swift songs. You hear me? Men shouldn't be doing that.
Taylor Swift doing. And I'm thinking corporate, country, Canadian, female. Was it Lindsay L. who had the song with Dustin Lynch?
She's done a song. I think she has done a song with Dustin Lynch. She did a song with Brantley Gilbert at one point.
Or no, the thing I'm thinking is Mackenzie Porter. Thinking About You. Right?
Yeah. Actually, you're right. Lindsay L's done some stuff with a bunch of different people, I think. She's just kind of...
See, now I have a few guesses, though, but I don't have enough... Like, I have three...
Like a solid one.
I have 3 women, but only 2 guesses left. And I think...
Man, that's a good problem to have, you know what I'm saying?
Jaren couldn't relate to that issue at all.
And I will refrain. I'll stay humble.
Here's what I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna pick one, and I'm gonna be really mad if I don't wind up getting it in the end. But the 3 names I'm thinking right now is I'm thinking the other Tennille, I'm thinking Tennille Arts, I'm thinking Lindsay L, I'm thinking Mackenzie Porter, because those are my mainstream Nashville but from Canada artists that are female.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna go first because the Dustin Lynch collab. I'm gonna go Mackenzie Porter.
It is not Mackenzie Porter. So I'll try to hit you with one more. I don't know how much it'll help.
I think it's between Lindsay and Tennille. I actually think
So what?
I just feel like I'm gonna get it wrong.
Okay, we'll see. I didn't know this, but apparently in 2018, this person made an appearance on the 22nd season of popular American reality TV series The Bachelor, and performed an original ballad titled "Moment of Weakness."
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I've heard this. But who was it?
I really hope you get this wrong.
Because I've heard this somewhere.
I really hope you get this wrong.
And I think it is Tennille or Lindsay. I think I have narrowed it down to the correct 2. And by your smile and your stroking your beard, I think I'm sitting on a 50-50. But which one was on The Bachelor? I'm
I'm
gonna
on the edge of my
say
seat.
Lindsay L.
Take this L, boy.
Tennille
It's
Arts.
it is it is.
No. Oh, that's so pain.
Oh, I know
That's
that made me
so
sad.
pain. Ah.
My big clue that I was kind of trying to like, it wasn't a clue, but I like kind of said it in passing, was there's a one reason in particular that I don't really like this person, and I just see her as the fake Tennille, and then Tennille Towns is the real Tennille.
Wait,
like,
did you say that?
all I said was there's one reason in particular that I don't really like. I said something like along those lines that I don't really. I said it in passing, like as we were talking.
If you said fake Tennille, then I would have been like, oh.
I did not say that.
Okay.
I did not say the fake Tennille thing. I just said, there's one reason in particular that I personally don't like this
That
person.
is such
I
a
said something like
pain
that.
L to take.
Yeah, but you had it. You did.
I had it. I was in the ballpark. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Give me one more. Give me one more.
We can give you half a point or something. Participation. You participated. Okay, last one. I don't think I've done this person before. It'll be really awkward if I have, but we're rolling with it.
Morgan Watt.
Didn't I did that one 4 weeks ago, because last main episode Jada did it,
remember that? Okay.
and then that was the episode before. So yeah, I did. But yeah, we'll do this. I wonder how quickly maybe I'll do that as the last guess actually. Okay, so I'll start with this. This person, artist, whatever, has received 12 CMA. Wait, no, I don't. I'm just gonna Country Music Association awards. So yeah, CMAs. They've received 12 CMA awards, including winning their Top Entertainer of the Year award honor 4 times, and 11 Academy of Country Music awards, including 4 consecutive Entertainer of the Year awards from 2005 to 2008, as well as 6 Grammy Award nominations.
Wow. Acclaimed.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that like someone peaking in those mid 2000s.
That's not a horrible...
Well, you're saying they won Entertainer of the Year from 05 to 08, right?
Yeah, from this... What was that? That was the the ACMs? That was the ACMs. 4 years in a row.
Brad Paisley was always the host, but I don't know if he was like winning awards like that at that time.
He should have been, if you ask me. I stand Brad.
Could this be a Tim McGraw? Does he have awards like that though? I don't know if he does. I'm gonna get this one off my chest and say Brad Paisley, even though I don't think it is. I'm gonna say Brad Paisley.
Not Brad Paisley. Solid guess,
I
though.
just wanted to get that one off my chest.
I think that's a solid guess given what you know so far. Let me look at what I'm working with here. I literally have nothing written down for this person, so I'm straight up just looking at their Wikipedia article. We'll do this. I got a hair in my mouth. Gross. Oh, I don't know if I should do that. That's a little too... Well, maybe a curveball is what I need. We'll do this. So, this artist is of Irish descent. And
so they
he
redhead.
is... Oh, I said he. Kill me. And they're from... Oh, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I'll hold off on that. They're from Irish descent, and I will not answer the redhead question. They also studied advertising at East Tennessee State University in Johnson City.
Irish?
That's right.
Who the heck's Irish? Is it Conor McGregor?
Conor McGregor. What a guess.
Answer. Who was big like that in the 2000s?
Hey, but Jada did me dirty that last episode. I in passing did one of those things where you were like, it's not, like, you'll like talk to yourself. I said that, like, it's not Riley Green, is it? That wasn't like my answer. I was just like saying that, and then you both were like, you said Riley Green, and I was like, No, I was just
Are you
thinking
trying
out
to take
loud.
Conor McGregor as a guess? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, but that's exactly what that was.
No,
You know, it
but
was the same
Conor
thing.
McGregor
In passing.
is so. If you say
He
Ethan
can
Hawke,
sing.
right?
He can sing until I see that he can't sing. He can sing.
Bro cannot sing.
How do you know?
Because I've heard him on Embedded. If you want to say, I'll show you the clip of him going like, "Ah, na 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 na, it's the mother flipping D-O-double," in his weird Irish accent. He can't sing.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he doesn't need to. He's got like 500 mil. Why do I had a guess. Now, why does Alan Jackson give me Irish vibes? But he was more 90s. But it's not late in the 2000s we're talking. But why do I get Irish vibes from him? I'm going to say Alan Jackson.
False.
Am I really about to go 0 for 3?
We'll see. This last clue might help you a little
Okay.
bit. I'll give you this on that. I don't even have to pull up Wikipedia though. This is gonna be a simple one.
So if I don't get it, it's really bad.
This person is from Knoxville.
So much for being Irish. Bro's from Knoxville.
Irish descent. They're not literally from Ireland. You know, like their family comes from Irish descent.
Like the temptation to guess Tyler Childers because he's a redhead, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Shouldn't say what.
I'm not falling for that.
Oh man,
I shouldn't say what.
Stuck. Big in the 2000s.
I'm stuck.
Now the Irish descent means kind of nothing because they're Knoxville.
I said that literally just to mess with you. Like,
Yeah, that's a
don't get
useless clue.
although it's not. I wouldn't say it's completely useless because
Watch
I do
me-
think their name. I think their name, like if you kind of, like it's one of those last
Mix.
names like
It's got to be a Mick.
not. It's not. It's not that Irish. It's not.
Man,
Yeah.
find me doing who the frick, and I'm gonna be like, 12 generations ago, this person's great aunt from their
The great lineage
grandfather
dating all the way back to the 12th century.
had a bad toe.
This isn't even all I.
Oh man. Big in the 2000s. See the temptation there to go McGraw because Mick. I know it's a dude because you slipped up like that.
I really do be slipping up like that.
I'm kind of thinking bro country now. I don't know why. I'm kind of just getting bro country vibes. And I'm thinking like Hubbard. Does that sound Irish? Kelly. Does that sound Irish? Why does Hubbard sound Irish? Hubbard.
That was a gross fake accent. That was not good.
Why can't I think of bro country Irish right now?
All right, I'm gonna need a guess soon.
So I'm gonna say. I
I feel like when I say it, you're gonna kick yourself because this last hint, I think, in my opinion, was the biggest hint.
What that they're from Knoxville.
Remember, they're from Knoxville. It literally is not Tyler Hubbard because he just isn't from Knoxville.
I
like-
know. Who else is from Knoxville?
I think we even semi-recently kind of talked about this
that they're
on a
from
previous episode.
Knoxville?
No, not like. We talked a little bit about the topic of Knoxville, not specifically with this person, I don't think.
Man, Morgan Wallen's from Knoxville, and I'm completely out of steam here. It's 10:52. Morgan Wallen.
Okay, no, that is incorrect.
Oh, is that the first? That's surely the first time I got 0 for 3. This is a sad.
I think it might
day.
be. Yeah, but well, the second one was solid. You had a good campaign on the second one, but the first two were kind of sorry, the first and last two. The answer was Kenny Chesney.
So what's Irish about dude? Also, wait a minute. Why did I say Morgan Wallen when bro has only been around since?
Yeah.
It's late, man. What's
No,
Kenny
but okay, so-
what's Irish about this guy? Dude's a coconut.
You're so obsessed.
What is Irish about?
I loved when I mentioned the Irish thing, and you were like, "So he's got red hair, right?"
Bro's
And
got
I'm
no
over
hair.
here, and I'm over here like this
But
man
you
has
said
no
I'm gonna
hair.
be kicking myself. What's Irish about Kenny Chesney?
Well, no, I'm not talking about the Irish joke. I'm talking about the Knoxville, not the joke, the clue. I don't know why I said joke.
Okay, yeah.
Knoxville clue, because
Because
he
we
does
do.
the song. He does the song with Kelsey that's about Knoxville, basically.
Yeah, that is.
And he's from Knoxville,
That is pain.
and
That is pain now.
yeah, I'm sorry. I also figured that you might be like, oh, Kelsey's from Knoxville. Oh, but then and Kenny Chesney does the song with Kelsey, and then but you didn't. So.
No.
And I do think Chesney is actually a pretty like kind of Irish name. I just never really thought about it until I read that, and I was like, oh, that is kind of
Chesney
Irish.
sounds so southern. Like as if they've been in the rural areas for a minute now.
Yeah, well, I won't say your last name on the podcast, but your last name can take an L. So.
Bro's named after a fish, and he's telling me to take it.
Hey, but all right. I mean,
Bro's ancestor.
I like fish.
And he's trying.
I like fish.
His
Hey, Evan, does your mom
ancestors
like
are
fish?
And he's trying to tell me that my last name sucks. Well, on that big L, it's time to wrap up the pod. That was disappointing
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I never hoped to go 0 for 3 again. That was
My
sad.
disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.